What is going on, guys? So back at it here with another video. Just thought I'd give you guys a little bit of an update of what is going on with the Z. Currently sits like this. Haven't really done anything. Haven't really posted any other little vlogs or anything like that about the Z in a while, actually. And just kind of wanted to show you guys what is going on, what's the update now that all like the boring, tedious body work and wrap work is done. I feel like I can maybe show you guys a little bit more of how I'm gonna get the engine running and do the interior. So right now, for example, that's what it looks like in there. Still needs a little bit of work, especially in that back area, but this is what we're working with right now. Got all the windows in. They are tinted at 50% all around. I ended up doing the rear glass, quarters, and this, but I had to shop do the front windshield because that was way too hard with the bend, shrinking the tint and everything. It was just a little too hard for me to do. But anyways, yeah, that's what the Z currently looks like. Currently on jack stands because I'm going to be I was putting in some new springs for the transmission for the shifter, make it a little stiffer from GK Tech. The other day went and picked up a top mount exhaust manifold and a different turbo from my buddies over at Hexa. Unfortunately, that manifold is for an RB26 and the studs are a little bit different on the side of the head, so that's not going to work. But I'm gonna try and get a different manifold so I could use this Garrett turbo on there as opposed to this one. That is the OEM one that came with the Neo. That's currently why it looks like that. But I guess the main thing we're gonna do is just kind of show you all around. This is the engine bay, as you can tell. Hood underneath it is white. It's all white. I haven't finished up running the lines yet, but brake lines are routed, I guess. They just need to be cleaned up over there. Same with the clutch. So the car's got brake and clutch as of a while ago, actually. Nice clutch. Brakes. We have clutch and brakes. We also have an electric power steering unit, courtesy of True Pig Motorsports. Pretty much what this is a custom modified piece of the original steering column. He adds that motor from another Nissan vehicle, and pretty much all I got to do is just hook this up to power when I get it, and then this to the accessory on the accessory or the on switch of the ignition. So when the car turns on, that'll turn on and ultimately send electric power steering through this motor to the regular racket pinion. Over here, as you can see, it literally mounts up exactly how the OEM one comes out. I have a Technoid Toy Tuning little plate there to connect both of them, and then it'll go to the rack right there. Same OEM rack, works really well. I hooked it up to power to test it, and man, it's such a big difference, especially when I got the 12 wides up front. It makes it really easy as opposed to before when I was kind of struggling with that. Parking was really hard, but yeah, so we got that hooked up in there. I need to take out all these wires and run them a lot differently now. Got a little bit of a wiring diagram schematic of what I'm gonna do for the chassis wiring. Bunch of little clutch shifter parts here. Need to do. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna work out the shifting here. We can get into third, we can get into first, everything like that is fine, even fifth, but you can see that it's like pushing it there, so I might have to cut. We'll see what we do there, but that's pretty much it for the interior for now. Obviously, as you can tell, we got the skillered kick panels there, jammed up the whole car. Everything's nice and jammed. Like I said, new seals for all the windows, including the back and the windshield. I am missing my little stainless steel pieces though. I think I was already missing one corner piece, but I have the other corner piece somewhere. Just haven't found it. Also, actually, before I show you all that, check out these fucking taillights. Super nice taillights, courtesy of Illumisthetic and G37 Izzy. helped me out with those. The rear panel here, so you can tell, super smooth. That was one of the biggest pet peeves I had on the car before, but now it looks better than ever. I am leaking differential fluid, which is not good. Clear corners, I did not want to delete those. I wanted to leave those. I love the look. I deleted the antenna hole there. I left the bumper hole. Everything in the back, I made a hole for my exhaust. We got the full Techno Toy tuning, R200 differential swap, Z32 brakes. Still kept the 4-lug because of my wheels, and the front as well. Thanks to Milk Fab for getting me the brackets in order to mount the Z32 to mount the other brakes on there. Those are on there good as well. Also did extended lug studs on all of them because in order to run those big brakes with these baby wheels, I needed to use a spacer. Front of the car, you can tell, have my intercooler mounted. Still got a bunch of other stuff though that needs to get mounted in there. Can't really see it right now, but still missing the grill. Headlights are in, just need to be wired. These are the new wheels. Unfortunately, USPS lost my front wheels, so I'm currently running 2 rears on this side. That was kind of one of the things I wanted to do with the car, was actually run these wheels, the work E-Wing 3s on this side of the car, and then run the SSR Longchamps on this side of the car. So unfortunately, USPS lost the front wheels, but my buddy over at Pine Engineering out in New Zealand, he's currently getting the parts and getting everything ready to remake the front wheels. That's why that tire is super fat compared to the one on the other side. But yeah, they're both rears. So hopefully by the time I get this car running, he will have the front pair for me. I like both wheels, but right now I think maybe it's just that these are a little bit newer, so I like the look of these better than the other ones. But the one thing I was thinking of was to having a street set and, you know, like a track, you know, slicks set or whatever. So for example, this tire is going to have the Federal 595. This would be the street tire, and then I'd swap this one out, since this is another rear, with a slick. And so whenever I was, let's say, going to take it to the track or needed more grip, for example, I would have the other set, which I would swap over then to this side, would have the slicks, and the other Longchamps, which are down there covered up, switch it over to this side. Does that make sense? So I would have one set of street tires and one set of slicks. I do have some R888Rs right here, just kind of chilling, but those are mainly for the front. Hence the 245/45/16. That's what I run up front. In the rear, I run 245/50/16, but with the spacers and the width of everything, at least on that side we're good, but on this side, really close. Kind of rubs a little too much for my liking. I mean, I haven't driven the vehicle, but it rubs, and when airing out, it actually already cracked it right there. I don't know if you can see that, but it cracked the fiberglass, so I might have to do 245/40. No, sorry, 245/45 instead of the 245/50. Because if you can tell, that's a huge tire, and then this over here, since some of the sidewall drops, it just gives it a little bit more stretch, so I'll be able to tuck the rears better. But that's kind of what the update is for that. Need to put the gas cap back on, but whole car is jammed up really nicely with black on the inside, red on the out. Same with the hatch. But yeah, hole underneath the hatch. It's all dirty, but whole car is jammed up in black now, so everything looks really good. I still need to fix the, or actually even put the sealant for all of the rubber seals, whatever hatch seals. I even got these little ones. You know, they're kind of just like a little separate secondary one. I need to put it up top because it's just running along the side here, as you can tell. But yeah, so everything's jammed up and it looks really good. Might have to repaint that or do something with that because I don't like the look. This is also being held on by masking tape right now, so don't mind the gap. But yeah, like I said, so everything's jammed up now, and that was kind of one of the biggest pet peeves I had, besides the rear panel, was when I would open my door, people would see the disgusting red that was all peeled up. Everything was ugly, even in the hatch area. Both doors, you know, engine bay. I wouldn't want to open my engine bay, but now this engine bay is shit. I might even have to ride hoodless, to be honest. Yeah, that. Also my seals, the weather seals everywhere were just it was just a pain, you know. Even this right now is bothering me, that it's cracked a little bit, but that's nothing compared to like how these were. These are like now super flexible, and hopefully, I haven't gotten water on the car yet, but hopefully it doesn't leak inside anymore, because there was a slow leak that would happen. It was actually on the passenger side. The passenger floor pans would get kind of flooded, so I'd have to cover my car during the rain, and I didn't have this fucking fancy facility fancy little carport that I had a year ago. So a lot has changed, a lot has been getting done. Went pretty MIA. It was a lot of boring work, but wish I would have been able to record, but I kind of just got in my zone and, you know, went through with everything. But now that it's nicer looking and it's getting into a little bit more learning stuff, for me at least, I'll be able to hopefully continue making vlogs about the build, mainly for my record. You know, I love watching my own vlogs and seeing how they were down in the future, seeing the kind of things I was doing. But that's kind of that's the huge update for the Z for the most part, I guess. Still a lot that needs to be done, to be honest, but for the most part, that's it. Super dirty, but there it is. Also, before you guys ask me, that is insulation. Does it work? I don't know. When I put it up, I put the insulations. Actually, I didn't build the building, but I did put the insulation on there. Pretty much it stops radiating heat, because for example, if the sun was blasting on the back of this wall like it is now, I could feel the heat with my hand up there. That's supposed to stop that, so it wouldn't radiate the heat down in here. Keeps it a little cooler. Obviously, I have the front open and the side open, so there's not really an actual insulated garage or carport, but I feel like it helps, especially on the really hot days, so the metal isn't radiating heat along with the air. Yeah, that's the update for the Z. I know last time I made a video, I think it was still at the shop getting the engine bay painted, and that was honestly probably over a year ago. So this is what it looks like now. Obviously, I didn't bother cleaning it up for the video, but you guys can watch some of the reels I make with it just parked here. Also was jammed up in here too, like underneath the panel. So everything, you know, it's just super solid now. I'm happy with it. A lot of people wondering why I went with wrap instead of painting, and the main reason is this is the color that is really popular, I guess, with this Z. No, but for real, the main reason was I didn't want to get any rock chips, you know, scratches. You know, if something happens to the paint, I was going to do a crazy, like a 3-stage candy red, and you know, that's super hard to match. So for example, if I ever got into an accident, someone hit me, you know, you never know. It was going to be really difficult to match the paint, really difficult to make it look all the same color again. So that was the huge main reason why I went that way. Even though this car is not going to be driven, I would hate for example, I don't know, if someone comes and keys it for whatever reason, I would hate that, and then I would have to paint it again. I'm not a professional painter, don't really know how to paint. I barely did the door jams and jammed up the whole car. Came out decent, but it's also single stage, so I don't know, super user friendly. Painted it with this compressor right here. This is my setup. Not the best, but you know, gets the job done. Underneath it, it's all primered, you know, it's pretty much blocked, it's ready. Probably if I was to decide to paint it in the future, I could. I just have to peel up the wrap, probably spray it with some sealer, give it one last block just to make sure everything's fine, and then shoot it with paint. But for now, the wrap is really easy to clean. I love how easy wrap is to clean. I really recommend wrapping your car if you want to change it up. Only thing is, when I did take off the wrap the first time, a lot of the original, I guess it wasn't original because it was red. The original car color is blue, as you can tell by the doors. Actually, inside of the doors, they're blue. Didn't bother painting in there since the door card's gonna go there. A lot of the original or the painted red that it was came off with the wrap, so that created more work for me. But everything kind of went down to bare metal. Pretty much the whole car was in bare metal at one point. Fenders, hood, the doors, quarter panels, the roof, everything went to bare metal, except for the jams. Some of the jams did not go completely bare metal. Inside of the doors obviously did not go completely bare metal, but the outside of everything went bare metal. Fixed any little dents or any damage that was underneath, specifically on this side where it was previously hit. But yeah, RB25 Neo, baby. Well, I guess that's kind of it for today's video. So in conclusion, this video was an update video showing you guys how the car looks. There's still a lot of tedious little things I need to get done. Car's not running, obviously, there's no wiring. which is kind of my next step. Probably going to, like I said in the beginning of the video, run my engine harness. Probably try and make that into another video showing you guys how I run it. See if I even know what the heck I'm doing. Trying to make this thing look as Bluetooth as possible. Minimal wires, minimal hoses. Yeah, battery's not going to live there anymore. Battery's getting relocated. We'll just have to see. We'll have to see how that video does and goes, and see if any of this stuff even stays. I might be upgrading a lot of it. For example, like the fuel rail and the Freddy manifold. I already don't want to use the stock one. I want to use a top mount, which is why I got that one. So yeah, we'll have to see you guys on the next one and see how it goes. So thanks for watching, guys. As always, appreciate you guys clicking on the video and staying up to date with the Z. I'll see y'all.